Hey guys, John V here from Phone Arena. You're watching our in-depth video review of the Amazon Kindle Fire HD. It's available right now. You can pick it up for $200, so it's super affordable, and it's one of the many tablets announced by Amazon recently. Compared to the Amazon Kindle Fire from last year, the HD features a higher-res screen, more memory, faster processor, and also features a micro HDMI out port. And we're going to find out if it's a worthwhile investment. On the surface, the tablet features a very conventional looking design, so it's very typical of any other slate out there in the market, but still an improvement over the Kindle Fire from last year. We like its choice of materials and also its construction. You have the soft touch matte back here, which gives it a clean appearance, and it's complemented by the metallic strip right there. It's still streamlined, but in portrait it is wider than the Google Nexus 7, so it can be a little bit difficult to grasp with one hand, but overall, it's an appreciable looking design. So this time around, Amazon has graced the Kindle Fire with a front-facing 1.3 megapixel camera, which is mainly reserved for video chatting for services like Skype. Unfortunately, we're not fans of the tablet's indistinct volume control and also dedicated power button. They're flush to the surface, so very difficult to feel them out, but at least they're springy when you press them down. And nearby, you have also a 3.5mm headset jack. However, it's nice to find that the Amazon Kindle Fire HD packs a micro HDMI out port, so you get a mirrored experience on a high-def television. And next to that, you have the micro USB port for charging data connectivity. And finally, in the rear, you have the left and right speakers, so you have stereo support, and it has 16 gigabytes of internal storage and no access to its battery. As its name implies, the Amazon Kindle Fire HD features a 7-inch IPS LCD panel with a resolution of WXGA, so that's 1280 by 800 pixels. You do the math, it still produces some nice details, good pixel density. For example, here in the web browser, in the zoomed out view, we're still able to make out fine details with no problems at all. And in addition to that, seeing that it is an IPS LCD panel, you get some natural looking colors, very neutral, a lot of vibrant colors to it. Actually, it's one of the better displays on a 7-inch tablet we've seen. Combined with its high brightness output and great viewing angles, it's more than usable even in outdoor conditions. Well, if you use the Amazon Kindle Fire already, the interface here should be very familiar. It's based on Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, but to tell you the truth, you're not going to recognize that, seeing that it's heavily skinned. Same UI as last time before. Here in the home screen, you have the listing of carousel, the most recently accessed apps, and has this nice carousel to it. So you have that going on, and it's broken down to different categories on top. It's worth noting that there's still no personalization with this guy, so you're really lacking with that compared to some other Android tablets. And in addition, Amazon throws in some advertisements, specifically on the lock screens, give you some advertisements on a variety of different things, whether it be content or actual products. You have that for you. Again, it kind of plays into Amazon's ecosystem, which is definitely their strength, but for the most part, it still pales in comparison to stock Android. And to tell you the truth, you kind of get a hint that the Kindle Fire HD is still a device for content consumption, just because you have things like videos with the Amazon Instant Prime videos available to it. You have also the books, the music. It ties into a lot of Amazon's ecosystem, but in terms of productivity, it's very lacking in that respect. For example, you have a calendar app, but it's very basic, nothing really comprehensive about it. You also have a contacts app, and the email is just there just to get you by. It doesn't have all the rich features that you find with the Gmail experience on a regular Android tablet. Behind the scenes, the Amazon Kindle Fire HD is powered by a 1.2 GHz dual-core TI OMAP 4460 ARM Cortex-A9 processor, and it's coupled with 1 GB of RAM. Sure, it's not a quad-core processor, but honestly, it doesn't really matter just because it's the real-world performance that counts the most here. And honestly, you can tell it's moving very swiftly with this 3D carousel here. Other basic tasks such as opening up applications, pinch zooming, stuff like that, it's very instantaneous. We do notice an occasional, stall every now and then, but it's nothing really detrimental, and overall, it's pretty fast. Relying on the same WebKit-based Silk browser from before, we're very content with the web browsing experience on the Kindle Fire HD. Thanks to its higher resolution display, we're able to make out fine details like the text right there, and on top of that, it's accompanied with some fluid pinch gestures and kinetic scrolling. You might have some issues every now and then with keeping up with the rendering when you're scrolling very quickly, but nevertheless, it's still more than usable and very acceptable. Since it's running the same interface as before, there's no surprise to us that the music player is unchanged. It's very basic with its presentation and features, but it gets the job done. It's more than functional, of course. As for the audio quality from its 2 speakers, we gotta say we're very impressed. It screams at the loudest volume setting, a lot of vibrancy and substance with its output. It doesn't strain or crackle too, and seeing this is an Amazon device, it'll sync with songs that you purchase with Amazon. Thankfully, Amazon's kind enough this time around to include a dedicated video player as opposed to having to download a third-party one. It's called Personal Videos. Just gives you a gallery of videos that are stored on the device. And from here, we're able to play a test video that's encoded in MPEG-4 1920 by 1080 resolution, so 1080p high-definition videos. You could tell here, thanks to its sharp-looking display, it just really complements the experience. You have vibrant colors, it's moving smoothly, so overall, you're going to be pleased by it. Hardly a surprise to us, the Amazon Kindle Fire HD has an average battery life, so in our case we're able to get by a solid day out of normal usage on a full charge. But if you happen to be a power user, you'll still get by through an 8-hour work shift, but by the end of the night you're probably going to want to charge it, so you're at least at a good level in the morning. As we know, the Kindle Fire from last year proved to be a huge success for Amazon, and we're pretty much sure that it's going to be the same thing happening with the Amazon Kindle Fire HD, just because it has that perfect balance of value and features. At $200, you get a lot of stuff. We like the improvements found with this guy here. For example, the higher resolution display, the faster processor, the more memory, and also some included goodies such as the front-facing camera and also the micro HDMI output. It just adds to its extensive list of features for the value. But still, you know, if you're a power user, you probably want to look at some other alternatives out there, like the Google Nexus 7, which is which gives you the vanilla Android experience. You get a lot more personalization, and of course, seeing that it's a Google product, you're going to get those updates. But if you love Amazon's rich ecosystem, whether it be the Amazon MP3 store or the Amazon Instant Prime Video selection, there's something you want to take a look at. So if you'd like to learn more about the Amazon Kindle Fire HD, guys, you could check out our website, phonearena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching.